I remember as a kid watching the Apollo missions on our little black and white TV back in the day, and seeing someone put their foot on the moon was transformative.
Coming from basically a dot on the map, which is a farm, which is pretty much the iconic American starting point, and doing what he's done is amazing.
So I grew up on a small farm in northeast Wisconsin, a little town called Namur. It's in the little thumb part of Wisconsin. Since I had a taste of computers in high school and I knew I wanted more, I think that's what really drew me to Carroll, was just seeing that they had, one, brand new computer science facilities, two, a computer science degree. A lot of small schools back at that time did not offer that degree. Carroll at the time was one of the few.
When I first met Rob, we were involved, or I was getting involved with the Delta Rho Epsilon fraternity. He looked and talked about things from a different way. He's a multifaceted type person. He looks at things through a creative lens, and all of that then applied to the engineering challenges he's had to work with creates this new dimension to how you would approach a problem.
I don't know that there was a great aha moment where I said, I want to be, a computer scientist. I think it was more a convergence of where I had been headed kind of since I was in 6th grade. When I look at my interest in space exploration and math and science, and the idea that I wanted to get out and travel the world and see new things that growing up on a farm didn't really offer me. I think it was a convergence of those things.
Rob's taken probably one of the best elements of Carroll, which is liberal arts, and married it with the scientific elements of that into a career. We were all, and when I say we, those of us from Carroll that are Rob's friends, were always proud of saying we were friends with somebody that put software on the Hubble.
The job on Hubble was located in Boulder, Colorado, so I made the big move to Boulder, and where I still kind of live today. I love Colorado. And the job was developing software for the Hubble Space Telescope, for all the new science instruments that they would install. Now, I don't know, for those who don't remember, when Hubble launched, it had a problem with the primary mirror that required fixes to be made to any subsequent cameras that were developed. So that's the type of work I was working on the new cameras that would be installed inside of Hubble that would both correct the problem on board, plus be advancements in collecting imagery of stars and galaxies and all that good stuff. I was on Hubble for about 10 years. I worked on at this point, I believe every camera operating on board Hubble has software I wrote. Me along with 10,000 other people, but I can at least say, the pictures you see coming from Hubble still use software that I wrote back, at this point 25 years ago.
He focuses in on real value, and it's not just in his career, it's in how he engages the world, whether it's being a mentor to an at-risk youth, or basically sponsoring a Nepalese college student, or right now he's involved with women in STEM and helping people. The things that he wants to be involved with matter to him.
I decided, as much as I loved the program, it was time to move on and do something different. I took a job at that time with Ball Aerospace, and I started working on a program called OMPS, and that stands for Ozone Mapping and Profiler Suite. It really dealt with how do we preserve our climate.
He was consciously involved and on his own motivation involved with one of the few major successes in reversing climate change.
Then, after the OMPS program, I had this opportunity to work on the Kepler Space Telescope, looking for planets that could support life in other solar systems. Kepler, I think to date, has discovered over 5,000 planets. Aerospace has been really the thing that has lit a fire in me for decades. And when I go all the way back to my computer science classes in Carroll, would I have ever imagined the career I've had based on that starting point? No. And it's been fantastic. I'm honored to receive this award from Carroll and appreciative that they recognized all of my professional accomplishments. And I'm also appreciative that Carroll gave me the education that allowed me to become the person I am today.